you're just now starting to do a little bit of research about Petaluma, California. Maybe you're from out of the area, maybe you're from out of the state, and you're trying to figure out if it's a place you can call home. In today's video, I'm gonna be giving you a couple pros about living in Petaluma, and make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm gonna be giving you a couple reasons as to why
maybe you shouldn't move here. Stay tuned.
So for pro number one for me has to be the size. Petaluma for me has always felt like the best sized city. And what I mean by that is not too many people running around. There's only 60,000 people that currently live in Petaluma. And Petaluma as a whole is only 14,000 square miles. Now, for a lot of people moving here from maybe a bigger city, Petaluma is gonna feel incredibly small, and vice versa. If you're coming here from a small city, maybe it's gonna feel big to you. But for all of the cities in Sonoma County, Petaluma is sized just right. It's big where you want it to be big. It has a lively downtown area, tons of different things to do. And then you can have a house that's maybe on the outskirts of town that feels a little more rural than you're used to here in Sonoma County. So for me, Petaluma has always been, it just feels right. When you're walking down the street, there's not a bunch of people you're bumping into unless there's an event or some sort of special occasion. But overall, for me, Petaluma has always felt like it's the perfect sized city. And for pro number two, we have to talk about the location. We're only about 45 minutes away from San Francisco, about 20 to 25 minutes to Marin. You can be in Santa Rosa, a city a little further up north, in about 20 minutes. You can be in Bodega Bay in about 35 minutes. You're close to Napa Valley if you want to do wine tasting, beach, and so much more. Petaluma is so centrally located. It just leaves tons of different things that you have access to when living here. Petaluma offers access to some of Sonoma County's most main attractions, more so than other cities in Sonoma County. Let's use Healdsburg as an example. Healdsburg is about a 45-minute drive north from Petaluma. And if you want to get to, say, Bodega Bay, the drive's a lot longer. If you want to get to San Francisco, the drive feels like forever. If you want to get to Marin, a little bit longer. So being so centrally located has to be top priority for people that live in Petaluma. You have access to just about everything that Sonoma County offers. And for pro number three, my favorite is the diversity in real estate. See, this can be a pro and a con, and we'll get into that here in a little bit, but for a big pro for Petaluma, if you guys are liking this video so far and you want to see more content just like this, make sure you do me a huge favor, hit the like button. I get like no likes on my videos and it drives me nuts, so please do me a huge favor, hit the like button. It helps me spread my message to more people thinking about moving to Sonoma County. And if you want to see more videos just like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you are notified next time I drop a video. The east side of Petaluma offers some newer construction. It offers kind of that old town feel. Access to downtown isn't too far away, but it is on the other side of the freeway. You can get different style homes on the east side. Then when you head over to the west side, you're gonna find a lot of Victorian style homes, bigger homes. You're gonna find that rural property that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Maybe you want some acreage, you want some land, whatever the case is. So being able to have all of that in one city is absolutely amazing. You can live the city life, you can live the country life, you can live just about whatever life you want right here in Petaluma. If you're used to living in like a flat environment and you don't like hills, you don't like stairs, you gotta check out the east side of Petaluma. Petaluma on the east is a lot flatter than Petaluma on the west. Petaluma on the west, all you're gonna see is big rolling hills. You're gonna see homes with a lot of stairs, big steep driveways, unless you get into the new construction on the west side, which there are several amazing communities. I was fortunate enough to help out a buyer of mine recently purchase a beautiful home on the west side of Petaluma. It was a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, over 3,000 square feet home. And again, it was a newer construction home built in early 2000s. That family happened to move here, was a military family relocating, and it was amazing. It was such an amazing experience being able to help them purchase that home. And my goodness, the homes here in Petaluma are gorgeous. And drum roll please, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get into some of the negatives of Petaluma, because believe it or not, next to the perfect size city, next to the real estate, next to its location, there certainly are some cons here. Number one con is a con I've been talking about for literally my entire life. Highway 101 in Petaluma has been under construction. I'm 31 years old, and ever since I can literally remember driving in the car with my mom and dad, I always remember seeing excavators on the side of the road, and that's been going on for 31 years now. So it's absolutely insane the amount of traffic that causes. If you're going north, if you're going south, it really doesn't matter because you're gonna get the looky-loos on the other side of the highway trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So traffic has to be, for me at least, one of Petaluma's biggest cons. And it's not just Highway 101, it's also downtown. Downtown hosts a ton of different events. It's close to the fairgrounds there. They host a ton of different events. So, when you're looking at, wanting to get through the city quickly, if there's an event, you definitely have to plan for it. There are ways around it, but you have to plan for it. I always use the example of I was showing a house in Petaluma. The parents were meeting us at the home there. They were coming from somewhere north. It happened to be one of Petaluma's festivals in downtown Petaluma. So I was coming from Santa Rosa and I was heading south. He was heading north, and he hit an ungodly amount of traffic, not only on the highway because it was a weekend, but also inside the limits of Petaluma. So it's something you have to prepare for. If traffic drives you nuts like it does for me, maybe Petaluma isn't for you. And parking is another problem with Petaluma, and this is something that always drives me nuts because Santa Rosa, we have great parking. Even if there's a festival downtown, a parade, a car show, whatever it is, there's always a place you can park. You don't have to worry about parking as much as you do in Petaluma. If you're trying to navigate Petaluma and there's something going on and you want a spot that's not on the street, good luck finding parking, a parking structure nearby. Without walking a whole lot, it's going to be difficult to find parking. Another huge con that I know deters a lot of people from living in Petaluma is simply the cost of living. California's national average for the cost of living is $145, and Petaluma sits above that at $162. So overall, Petaluma is an expensive city to live in, and obviously that trickles down to everything, including real estate, which is a perfect segue into my next con about Petaluma, is just simply how expensive the real estate has gotten over the years. I think a lot of people were moving north from Marin, San Francisco, and other cities during the pandemic because they were trying to find places that were cheaper than those big cities because we were able to work from home. So a lot of people were working remote, and that caused a huge spike in demand in Petaluma because it's the nearest city north from Petaluma and San Francisco. So Petaluma, it sucks when I hear people tell me they want to live in Petaluma and we go through the process, we get them pre-approved, and they're not anywhere near what Petaluma offers. So there's a huge discrepancy in prices in Petaluma. If someone reaches out and they say, hey, I want a condo, I'm $500,000 and under. Easy, no problem. Rohnert Park, Santa Rosa, in other cities, you can find that all day long. But Petaluma, you're really not even entering the market until you're at about $700,000. So anything $500,000 and below, impossible to find. $500,000 and $600,000, you might find a condo or two, but in today's market with literally no homes available on the market, in all of Petaluma, there's only 75 active listings. Finding a home in that price point is nearly impossible. And even if you do, it's going to get multiple offers and it's going to go well above the list price. So if it's in that 5 to 6 range, it's going to be closer to 7, maybe even higher, depending on how many people are interested. So, 5 and under, nothing. 5 to 6, maybe 1 or 2. 6 to 7, still kind of in the same position as 500 to 600,000, not a whole lot. You really can't enter the market until you're at a comfortable price range of $800,000 and up. And even there, finding something on the west side of Petaluma at that price range is going to be extremely, extremely, extremely difficult. I know it's a huge bummer. Petaluma is a beautiful city, offers a ton of different fun things to do. It's great for families, it's great for retired people, and everybody in between. But the prices definitely hold people back from living in Petaluma. And again, if you want to purchase something on the west side, it's gonna be a very, very hard time to find something on the west side under $1 million. So Definitely Petaluma has its cons, it certainly has its pros, but overall, like I said in the beginning of the video, I think Petaluma offers a home for everyone despite the type of lifestyle you live. If you can stomach some of these crazy prices here, it's definitely a great place to live. The proximity, the beach, the mountains, whatever, it's all nearby you. And if you don't know me by now, guys, my name is Danny M. Cronin. I'm a full-time real estate agent. I love making all of these videos so much for you, but I would love nothing more to help you purchase a home right here in the beautiful Sonoma County area. That contact information popping up, that is my contact. Call me, text me, email me. My first step to helping anybody who's thinking about relocating here is setting up a quick 30-minute Zoom call to see if it even makes sense. We go over your wants and needs and we move forward with the process. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and we'll see you on the next one.